Back when Isaiah Thomas was first getting active after his hip injury, I wrote this column here. It says it's wise to limit his minutes. And I still think it's wise to limit his minutes, and nothing we've seen, frankly, has changed that. And as Cavs fans know, we've had a lot of, as they call it here, spouting Thomas, or Isaiah Thomas trying to cope with, how do I handle this? Because I'm not the same guy that averaged 29 points a game for the Celtics last year. I'm not the same all-star player. But see, in his mind, he still thinks he is. But if you're Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, you have far bigger things to worry about than simply keeping Isaiah Thomas's ego or confidence in line. I go back to, again, this little thing here about watch his minutes. I've been saying for the whole time, bring him off the bench, bring him off the bench. In effect, when the Cavs won their game Sunday against Detroit, while they started Thomas didn't play in the fourth quarter at all. That's when LeBron-James played primarily with a bunch of bench players. The other guys, LeBron, were out there with LeBron, Jay Crowder, who didn't start, Kyle Korver, Channing Frye, Jeff Green. How about this? Channing Frye is now 18-1 when he plays at least 10 minutes in a game. 18-1. So, you know, when you look at different things like that, I'm not saying these guys should start, but when you have a unit playing well, you should play that unit in key parts of the game, especially if they're effective. One of the reasons the Cavs held Detroit to 17 points in the fourth quarter is that group defense. That group moves the ball, and LeBron was in the middle of it. Early in the year, that group was very effective when Dwayne Wade played with them. So what you have is like kind of one star ball handler with those other role players around. And that is one of the few times I can say this about the Cavaliers. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Because for so many times this year, we talked about the Cavs have Derrick Rose was an all-star, and Dwayne Wade was an all-star, Kevin Love was an all-star, LeBron was an all-star, even Kyle Korver was an all-star, all these. But some of these guys, and frankly, Isaiah Thomas was an all-star, but they weren't playing to all-star ability. What Tyronn Lue needs to do is have the basically coaching courage to use Isaiah Thomas off the bench him in the fourth quarter, ride him when he's hot, and really not worry about his ego.